And it should be recording now. Okay, fantastic. I got that started. Oops. It's giving me warnings that don't matter. Okay, perfect. Let's get started. My name is Rena. I've been doing Houses of Steam since last year. I love learning new things, and I also love funny jokes. And I'm just going to go through a few beginner things, and then we'll get started. Welcome, Esteban. Welcome. Let me get to switch the next slide. So it's been a while since we've had to do Zoom. It's been a month since we did our last Zoom. So let's just go over some basic etiquette. That means the nice things to do. Please turn on your video because I want to see your face to know that I'm talking to you instead of a black screen. Raise your hand to speak so that I know that you're trying to tell me something and I can pause and give you my full attention. And definitely mute your mic when you're not speaking so that everybody can hear me as well. Okay. All right, friends, do you know what we're going to talk about today? We're going to talk about a new topic, biology. And that is the study of living things. Have any of you heard of this word ever before?
No. Maybe.
No? Okay, maybe. Yeah, biology. It's a term in science where we study living things, where we study plants or animals, etc. It's a study of living things. To be specific, today we're going to talk about healing. Healing. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. Have any of you ever skinned your knee? Have you, any of you hurt your knee ever? Yes, I see Akira. Everybody should be having their hands up because I've literally, like my entire childhood, my knees were always covered in scabs because I kept like falling down and hurting myself. So yes, so that has happened. Have any of you done this before? Have any of you had a paper cut?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
I have.
Those hurt. No, not yet for you, Esteban. Good, because those hurt a lot. Oh, let's not draw on the screen, folks. Okay, so let me ask you something. What happens when you get a cut? What happens? Akira, is your hand up?
What did you
Yes,
say?
go ahead, Akira.
You start bleeding.
You start bleeding. Yeah, yeah. A question for you guys, does it bleed forever?
No.
No.
No, no. At some point it stops, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think it stops?
I have no idea because I'm just in kindergarten.
Okay. Jamie, go ahead, Jamie's kids. You guys had your hands up. What did you want to say? Why do you think it stops?
It stops bleeding because you will eventually get a scab and it'll heal.
I stopped bleeding because the symptom is less.
Okay. All right. So basically, you guys know at some point you get a scab and it stops bleeding, right? Okay, that's very common. So since it heals, let's find out something else. Let's talk about one other topic before we approach the main thing here. I know we're talking about biology. Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's talk about our bodies. What is the largest organ in our body? Do you know organs? Do you know what that means? When I say organ? Yeah, you do? You guys know? Okay. Akira, you're going to say something. What's the largest organ in your body?
Skin.
I'm gonna say.
I heard skin.
I'm gonna say the big intestine.
The large intestine. Okay. Ivan, you had your hand up?
Your stomach.
Your stomach. Okay. Yes, Guy and Jasper.
Skin.
Skin. Okay, interesting you said that because the truth is the largest organ in your body is your skin. It's considered an organ and it is all over your body, all over. Can you imagine, like if you were to take your skin, it's quite large compared to your heart or your stomach or your large intestine. So your skin is your largest organ. Your skin is an amazing thing. It does multiple things for you. It because it's usually not cut. It keeps the inside of your body safe from germs because the skin is there. It also sweats so that if you get too hot, the sweat cools you off, right? Oh, Esteban, you had your hand up. Where are you? Go ahead. You had a question?
I know why the skin is the largest organ
Uh-huh.
because it has 5 layers of skin.
Oh, I see. It's also a lot. There's a lot of skin on you because if you were to, not that it would be something you would really do, but if you were to take your skin off your body and spread it out, it's quite long. It's like 20 feet long, I think. A lot of skin. So let's find out a little bit more about our skin before we keep going, okay? So let's watch a really quick video about that. And while this is playing, give me a thumbs up if you can hear it and see it so I know, all right?
The largest organ in your body isn't your liver or your brain, it's your skin, with a surface area of about 20 square feet in adults. Though different areas of the skin have different characteristics, much of this surface performs similar functions, such as sweating, feeling heat and cold, and growing hair. But after a deep cut or wound, the newly healed skin will look different from the surrounding area and may not fully regain all its abilities for a while, or at all. To understand why this happens, we need to look at the structure of the human skin. The top layer, called the epidermis, consists mostly of hardened cells, called keratinocytes, and provides protection. Since its outer layer is constantly being shed and renewed, it's pretty easy to repair. But sometimes a wound penetrates into the dermis, which contains blood vessels and the various glands and nerve endings that enable the skin's many functions. And when that happens, it triggers the 4 overlapping stages of the regenerative process.
All right, now we know a little bit more about our skin and how it does so much work for us. Let's talk a little bit about what happens when we get a cut. Now, all of you mentioned earlier, when you get a cut, you bleed, right? And did you know that your blood plays a part in stopping your bleeding? Because all of you mentioned a scab is what stops your bleeding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's find out a little bit more about what's in your blood and how does it scab, okay? All right, let's switch over to the next slide really quickly. Now, your blood is made up of 4 main things. It's made up of red blood cells, which work to carry oxygen around your body. It's made out of platelets, which work to stop bleeding. It's made out of white blood cells, which work hard to stop infections. And then it's made out of like a yellowish liquid called plasma that also does some work to help stop bleeding. And so this will give you some idea of what it sort of looks like inside your blood, if you really magnify it.
Our red blood cells carry oxygen and nutrients. Our platelets stop bleeding and help to heal our wounds. Our white cells protect us against infection. And the yellow liquid plasma in which they are suspended carries an array of proteins that regulate bleeding and clotting.
Okay, so you kind of saw what those looked like. So if we had a microscope and looked at the blood in the microscope, we would sort of see these things. We would see the red blood cells, and we would see platelets, and then we would see white blood cells that stop infection, and then we would see yellow stuff that would be the liquid in the blood. But then what actually happens when you have a cut? Let's think about that some more. So when we have a cut, the blood comes out, right? And so when you have a cut and the blood comes out, something special happens right here with the platelets. What's special is that they suddenly get activated and they realize, hey, I'm bleeding, I'm outside the body. Oh my God, everybody panic and stop the hole, block the hole, block the hole. So it's kind of like this. All the platelets clump together and jump on the hole to try to block it from the inside. So it's literally like a dog pile. The platelets in your blood jump and clump together to block the hole. Only when they're activated. So the second you get a cut, your body feels like, hey, activate the platelets, and they clump together to block the hole. It's like they start holding hands and piling on top of one another like a dog pile, just to stop the blood from coming out of your body. It's like an internal Band-Aid, like a temporary internal Band-Aid to stop your cut from bleeding. Right after that, there's something in your body, the blood, called fibrin, that kind of works like rope and a net, and it kind of stops anything else from escaping even more. Like that. So the platelets jump together and stop the blood from escaping, and the fibrin makes a net and says, no, nobody leave, stay inside. And that's your scab. That's made out of your blood, the platelets and your fibrin blocking the hole. That's your body working really hard to stop your knee from bleeding. Now you guys already know the word scab, and it's a dry protective crust that forms over a cut. And you know that it's made from platelets and fibrin from your blood. Now, there we go. Oops, I was going to say something over here. So that's your body working really hard to make your body stop bleeding. Oh yes, Esteban, you had a question.
How does a scab come on your leg? How does it become dry? And how does it come on our legs?
So let's say you fell down and hurt your knee, right? So the first thing that happens when you hurt your knee is it's like the bright red blood. When you see the bright red blood, what you're actually seeing is the red blood cells escaping in your blood. Then as soon as all of that stuff starts to escape, the platelets go, hey, hang on, we shouldn't be leaving the body. This is not right. And they activate. When they activate, they become all spiky like that, with these purple tendrils. And they clump together. And when they start clumping together, that's the scab happening. The scab is like the platelets clumping and the fibrin on top to prevent it from escaping. So the two together make your scab. So it's parts of your blood that dry to make your scab. That's what's happening. So anytime you get a scab, either on your knee or your elbow, I used to hurt my elbow a lot. My knees and elbows were always covered in scabs because I would fall a lot. So whenever you get a scab, it's because of how hard your platelets and your fibrin work together to stop the bleeding. Now, what was I going to say over here? I was going to say, yeah, let's talk about how healing takes place in the body. So has anybody here seen the Lego movie? Anybody? The Lego Batman movie? Okay, one person. Okay, you may or may not remember the scene if you've seen it. If you don't, it's okay if you haven't seen it. This is just a great scene to explain a concept here. So if I have let's say I've got a cut right here, right? So the cut is there, and then I've got a scab on top. Underneath the scab, what's happening? Underneath the scab, your skin is actually working really, really hard. Underneath the scab, your skin is growing and dividing to cover the cut. So the scab is on the top, making like a cover. Yes, Akira, you have a question.
So like when you get your scab, does it, if you pick it, like, does it stay forever? Or like what?
I actually have an answer to that question, and it's coming right up right after I explain this bit. Can you hang on, Akira?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will answer that question because I know as a kid I picked my scabs all the time. So we're going to definitely talk about that. But while the scab is there, so you see the brown part of the knee that's a scab, underneath it, your skin is working really hard. Your skin is growing and dividing to kind of cover the gap inside. So on top is the cover, which is a scab, and underneath the skin is doing a lot of work to grow and join the hole and close it on the inside. And so that's kind of similar to a scene from the movie. of Lego Batman, where all the citizens of Gotham are working really hard to join a gap. So I'm just going to show you a tiny scene so you can sort of get an idea what's happening in your body. Obviously, there's no Lego people inside your body, but it's a great explanation of what's happening. So inside your body, you've got a cut. Let's say this is the hole and this is a scab on the top. While the scab is still there, your skin is working really hard to join together. And so that's kind of similar to the scene from the movie.
Citizens of Gotham, we need all of you to join us and help bring this city back together.
So I know it's really simplistic, but that's kind of sort of true. Inside your body, your skin is actually working really hard and growing and stretching and growing and stretching to join. And do you know what happens when it starts growing and stretching and growing and stretching? Can anybody guess what it feels like to you? What does it feel like to you? Anybody? How does your scab feel? Akira, yeah.
It like sometimes it like stings and like itches inside of it, but you can't pick it. But it's really annoying.
It's really itchy and it stings. It feels like really tight. You're like, ah. That's because inside of you, your skin is like, ah, join the gap, ah. It's working so hard. So that is why your scab is so itchy. It's working so hard to grow and join together. So hard to go join
something
together.
like that.
What'd you say?
I said I've been through something like that. Look.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Oh,
this is right here.
Participate, and you're not gonna watch them for the rest of it.
oh, hang on a second. Guy and Jasper, did you have your hands up?
Yeah. I think it feels
What
like
did you want to say?
me, it feels like nothing. To me, sometimes I just want to scratch it.
I know.
I just
All
want
right.
I just want to pick it and like it feels like nothing.
I know, right? Jamie's kids. I forgot your names. I'm sorry, guys.
Ow, 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 ow.
So
I think once I got a scab and I kept on picking on it and it came off and I saw blood.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about that in a bit. Hold on to that thought. Esteban, you had a thought. What were you going to say?
Sometimes when it itches, I like to scratch it or I like to peel it off.
Yeah, I know. I do that too. It's such a bad habit, but it's so hard. The reason it's itching, why is it itching? Now that we know this, why is it itching? It's healing. It's doing its job. It really is. So here's another explanation in the picture. Oh, not that one
Citizens
again.
of Gotham.
Ah! This is what's happening. So imagine this is the top layer of your skin. I flipped the picture upside down. Inside your skin, underneath, the citizens of Gotham are trying really hard to go join your skin together. Ah! And that is the itchiness you feel. They're working so hard to join, to divide and join together. So that's the itchy feeling. So guess what happens when you peel off the scab? Somebody said it earlier. Who said it earlier? Yes, Jamie's kids. What did you guys say? What happens?
It bleeds.
It bleeds. And then what happens if it bleeds? Guess. A Guy and Jasper. Somebody had their hand up. Guy and Jasper.
It like blood comes out.
Yeah, and after blood comes out, what happens?
Oh, now you're all Cody. I have PJ again so bad.
No clue.
No clue? Well, guess what? You start the process again of having the platelets come out and jump on each other. You're going to go right back to that where they all like, I think it was over here. Hang on, I gotta find my slide. Yeah, the platelets come out, jump on each other, and then fibrin comes out and makes the net. And you have another scab. So whenever you peel your scab, guess what happens? They start all over again and do it. And your body's like, dude, I was healing and you made me bleed again. I gotta start over. And then you scratch the next scab, and guess what happens? We're back to the start and they go all over again, over and over again. But that's essentially what was my childhood. I would always pick my scab and I'd be like, oh man, I made it start bleeding. But the truth is, Akira had asked this question earlier. Akira had asked, like, are you just going to have a scab forever? The answer is no. No, it's not true. Your scab, let's see, let me get to that slide. After the scene where your skin does the hard work.
We need all of you to join us and help bring this city back together.
That's your skin stretching the clothes.
Yay.
After that scene where your skin does the work of healing, what happens to your scab is it actually just falls off by itself. But it's so hard to wait until that point because it gets so itchy. Most of the time, we just scratch it before we even get there. Sometimes you might be lucky where you peel the scab and it looks pink underneath, but it didn't quite start bleeding yet. That's because the skin wasn't fully healed yet, so it hasn't like fully grown back. So you're seeing the pink skin of like, it's like, oh, I'm half naked here, I haven't finished growing back. So, Akira, I think you had a question.
Okay, so what my mom tells me to do, like since I got stitches, I had to do, does it like if you like moisturize it or like put like a cream on it, like some type of cream that like helps it helps it heal?
Yeah, that could
'Cause
help it heal.
That's what the doctor told me to do.
Yes, yes. So there's many ways to help your scab heal, right? So like Esteban, you had a question? Yes, go ahead.
I almost had stitches because I had a hole in the back of my head because I had a hole in the back of my head and I started bleeding. So I thought, is it gonna stay there forever? But then it's still back here and it's still going on forever.
What, the stitches?
I don't have stitches, but I have a hole in the back of my head. It's all healed up, but
Yeah, but you feel the dent.
Yeah, I feel a dent.
Okay, yeah. Who's had stitches? Hands up if you've had stitches before.
Well, our friend Ford has. It was just because he broke his arm. Jeffrey, he did not have stitches.
So almost everybody had stitches. I should have mentioned stitches. Okay.
I did not have stitches.
No? Okay, so let's talk about stitches. So I can draw on pencil and paper. I can do that.
I did tape stickers.
Wait, there's a thing called whiteboard and you can use that.
So smart. Can you tell me how to get to it?
Okay, so first thing you need to do, you need to press more, then you go all the way down, then you go to whiteboard. And it says, yeah. But you're sharing your screen right now and you can only do it if you
Oh, that's why it's not showing up. All right.
So stop sharing your screen, then press
Then
more.
I will get it.
Then you'll see a whiteboard, then you will be able to do it.
There it is. That's why I didn't see it before. Hello. Okay. Whiteboard experience. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm ready.
all right. So when we have like a regular, I fall on my knee and I cut my knee, it's like a small, well, let's rewind. This is my knee. When I cut my knee, this is my leg. I've got a huge calf. Okay. Jamie's kids, what are your names?
How do you get on there?
How do you get on what?
Will. He is Will and I'm Wes.
Oh, hi, Will and Wes. I apologize. I forgot your names
This
from last time.
skin thing. I was actually picking my scab today, and there was pink skin under.
Yeah, because it wasn't quite ready to come out. Okay, let's say I skin my knee, right? It's like a small cut. So your skin, let's say this is, let's zoom in on this guy. We're zooming in on this guy. If we zoom in, your skin has layers. So the top layer, the topmost layer of your skin, it's constantly being renewed. So when you cut it, it's not a big deal. But when you have a really deep cut, you got to do something. So this is a small cut and your body will heal it by itself. It'll make a scab. But when you get stitches, the reason they do that is because it's like a super big cut and they're like, no, we got to help you guys out. We got to help your body out to do something better. So when you have a really big cut, the doctors are thinking, we can't wait for this to scab over. This kid's going to have too much bleeding. We're going to help close the cut. Right? Because how does it scab? What is a scab doing?
Healing.
What's the purpose of the scab?
They can still see you.
It's closing up the hole and healing it.
Yeah. The first thing it's trying to do is close the hole so you stop bleeding, right? The goal of the scab is to make you stop bleeding because they don't want you to constantly lose blood. That's not good for you, right? So your purpose is... Esteban, you can't see anything?
No.
You can't see my whiteboard?
If you need help, then all you have to do is go. You have to press on. Wait, hold on. You will literally just be able to see it if you press on her. If you press on like the little square that's right there.
7.
Esteban, are you able to see it now or no?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thanks, Akira.
You're welcome.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. So the purpose of the scab is to make you stop bleeding. So if your cut is too deep, your body can't make a scab that big. You will bleed too much, and it's not good for you to bleed too much. They want to make sure you don't bleed that much. So the doctor's like, you know what? We're going to help your body out by closing it so you stop bleeding. And then your body can do its healing. So the way they close it, let's say, oh, pen work. We're looking from the top down.
How are you guys able to draw?
I'm able to draw because I'm the host. I don't think anybody else is allowed to draw. It is a setting, I'm guessing, that I've said it's only I can draw. That's probably why. So if we're looking at our cut from top down, so let's say you fall down, you cut your knee open like that, and it's really deep, the doctors will go like, oh, that's too big. Let's help this kid out. They're going to stitch it because they want to close the hole so you stop bleeding. And it's literally like sewing, but they don't use like a sewing needle and thread. They obviously use like proper medical equipment for it, but they are sewing it shut like stitches. And the technique is almost the same. So they would go, okay, let's take a thread here and go here. Let's take a thread here and they're going to go here. It's kind of like shoelaces. They'll kind of zipping it up and they pull the thread. And when they pull the thread, it'll look like this. So on the back of your head, who is it? Esteban, you had the stitches. It feels like a line, yes?
I don't have stitches. I just have
No, that was me. That was
I don't have stitches.
But you got stitches, right, Esteban?
They put a Band-Aid.
Akira got
they put
stitches.
a Band-Aid.
Oh, okay. Akira, do you feel like you have a line where you had stitches?
Well, this
It
is
feels
really
like I have
old.
stitches.
Like, yeah, I can still feel it, but it doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah, so kind of when you get stitches, when they first have it in, it looks like a straight line, like they sewed it shut. And then later, your body, nowadays they have special thread they stitch you up with that kind of dissolves into your body.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just kind of heals and you don't see anything after a while and it looks normal. But that's what stitches are. So I had stitches when I was young and they didn't have this kind of dissolving thread. And so what I had to do was first they stitched me up and then I had to go back like 2 weeks later for them to pull out the thread, which was very painful. But yeah, After it healed, they pulled out the thread because they couldn't keep it in there. It wasn't the special dissolving thread. But yeah, what is it, like 20 something or 40 years ago? No, that was when I was 10. So that was 30 years ago. 30 years ago, like now medical science has gotten so much better. They have a special dissolving thread that they can do that with. But it's cool. It's cool. Biology has improved so much. Science has improved so much. Okay, any other questions about stitches? Okay, just let's go back to the slideshow real quick. I'm gonna close this whiteboard, okay? And the slideshow is, let me get back to it. Right here. There we go. Can you see my slideshow now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. All right, I'm gonna get back to where I was. No, don't play
Citizens of
again.
Gotham.
No. Okay, let's go back to the practical part of stuff. What do you do when you have a cut?
Bleed.
Somebody says something.
You put a band-aid on it.
Okay, Ivan had something to say too. What did you want to say, Ivan?
Cover it with something to make it stop bleeding.
Okay, Wes and I forget your name, Wes and somebody.
Yeah, you put a Band-Aid on it.
You get a
Put a
paper.
Band-Aid. Okay, is that everybody had sort of the same thing to say? I'm gonna point out one thing that was very important that all of you forgot. Wash it first. Wash it
Oh yeah.
under water.
Seriously?
Why?
Yeah, but it hurts.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you why. What is the purpose of your skin, guys? What was the purpose of your skin? To keep what out?
To cover your butt, to keep all of the bad bacteria out.
So if you don't wash it first and you just put the Band-Aid on top, what did you trap inside the Band-Aid?
The bacteria.
Exactly. Wash it first. I know it hurts. It hurts so bad, but just go turn on the faucet and go, and then let it dry and then put the Band-Aid. You have to.
One time I was in 2nd grade. I fell down when I was going to the bathroom, and then when I came back to class, my teacher gave me sanitizer and put it on all over my bleeding
Oh, that
leg.
hurts so.
And it sting really bad when we were doing a test.
Oh, because that's alcohol. Yeah, she was trying to clean it. Yeah. You know, when I was younger, so medical science has improved a lot since. When I was younger, they used to put iodine on cuts. Does anybody know what that is? Anybody? Iodine? Nobody?
No.
Akira, did you put your hand up?
It's like this. It's like this stuff where isn't it like white?
Actually, no. Iodine is a liquid, right? So instead of like nowadays, people put like what they call it,
Wait, it's
hydrogen
like
peroxide or something on cuts. But when I was a kid, they didn't use that. They use iodine, and it's like a dark blue liquid.
Sophie!
And it burns so bad. It's like a fire. They put it on your cut and you're like, no. And you have to like just scream. And then after it's over, then you put the Band-Aid on. But yeah, nowadays they've changed that thinking. And they say, let's say you are not at home and you don't have like Neosporin or anything. They say the best thing to do is just wash it with water. Like if you get a cut on your hand, cut on your foot, cut on your knee, wash it with water, rinse it with water, just get the dirt off of it. And then you could put the Band-Aid on. So wash it first. But why? Why are we washing it first? Does anybody remember? Wes or Will, one of you.
Because then it would, because to get rid of the bacteria.
Exactly. Yeah.
And this is Will.
Okay, here's a trick question. If you get a really, really, really bad cut,
don't cover my
like not just my knees scraped, but if you get a really bad cut that has a lot of blood, what should you do?
stitches.
I want you to go to the nurse's office, get a big Band-Aid and wash your leg first, put on the big Band-Aid and let your legs stay straight and leave it alone.
Okay. All right, Will or Wes, one of you has an answer too. What did you want to say?
And if it's a really deep cut, you wash it and then you cut it. I mean, you wash it and then you call the doctor.
Okay, well, here's the thing. If it's a really deep cut, like the kind of cut where you need stitches, you won't even be able to wash it because it'll be bleeding so much. So if you ever have a cut where it's just like gushing blood, because I had one once, I was on my bike and I was rolling downhill, and then at the bottom of the hill, there was a gate. So I hit my head on the gate and I got a cut right here. Really, really bad cut. It was like gushing blood. In a situation like that, where it's a lot of blood like that, do not wash it because you're just bleeding really bad. At that point, if you're bleeding super bad, your job is to stop the bleeding. And you stop the bleeding by putting pressure on it. So you just take your clean cloth and you just hold it hard on the cut to make it stop bleeding. So we had to do that until I could get to the hospital and get stitches. Like it was just like my whole shirt was covered. It was no longer a pink shirt. It was a red shirt at that point. But yeah, it was pretty bad. But that's
if you were like on a jet ski and you scrape your leg, like it's very deep and you have anything on you, if you don't have anything on you, like it hurts really bad, don't wash it in the water because that's salt water. So
salt water burns.
It will sting it.
Yeah. But you know what, though? This is all practical knowledge because in real life, things happen. We fall down, we skin our knees, or a friend falls down. We go, hey, wash that cut before we put the Band-Aid on. And that's how we help keep ourselves from infection because our skin is doing such a great job. Occasionally it gets damaged, but it knows how to heal. We're just helping it out. That's all we're doing. And should you pick that scab? No, dude. No, don't pick the scab. No. You're hurting the Lego people. They worked so hard to join it.
It doesn't hurt.
That's not the point. They were doing their job of healing and you just ripped up their job. Don't pick the scab, people.
If you rip it off and put it Band-Aid, it won't hurt.
It's just going to scab over again. Leave it be. For as long as you can. As long as you can.
No, like if it's hanging, if it's hanging, then you take it off.
Okay, if it's hanging, that means it's ready to come off. That's different.
Yeah,
but like if it's fresh, like leave it alone, people.
At least like rip it a little bit. So then, so when it's ready, you already have something to peel it off.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys have some practical knowledge. Before we go, we can try to make something. So I know last time I was trying to find a craft that was very on point with this presentation, but I have no craft I can do about cuts and scabs. There's really nothing I can do about that. So I just went back to what we did last week, which was paper airplanes. Did you guys want to make another paper airplane? Okay, everybody, I need you to get, I think I put it away, a sheet of paper and a pair of scissors this time. Pair of scissors are necessary. Sheet of paper and scissors. So go get them if you can, please. It can be just a regular sheet of paper, or you can have a sheet of paper with lines on it from your notebook. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be a blank sheet of paper. It's fine. And when you've got those, just come back and give me a thumbs up so I know.
Excuse me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't have any scissors.
Okay, I thought of that. Would you be able to get scissors?
What are we making?
I left my example.
Are you making an airplane or something?
Yes.
Or like a...
It's going to look like this. Do you see this picture?
Oh, uh-huh.
So the scissors are only needed for the last step to cut out something. If you want, you can do that last step later if you don't have scissors right now.
Ooh, that looks like a paper airplane. That is an airplane. That's an airplane.
It's a sheet of paper and scissors.
Guy, do not hit your brother. You do that quite a lot.
And you guys can share scissors if there's two of you in the same room. You really only need the scissors for the last bit. So if you don't have it, Akira, you can find scissors later. Ask somebody else in your house if they can let you borrow some scissors, okay?
Oh, my dad has scissors.
Your dad has scissors, okay.
Sharing is caring.
Careful with those scissors. Guy and Jasper, stop. Not be cutting the air because then we'll be working on watching you bleed and your scab form on video, and I don't want to do that.
Oh, I got
No.
a stab on it.
Sharing is caring. Always share with your brothers and sisters.
Okay, yes. Ready? Everybody has paper? Yes or no? Yes, I see papers.
Yes.
Ivan and Sophia, yes? Okay, okay. So let me get this started. This is only 6 minutes long, but we will like pause it as we go. So if you feel like, oh my God, it's too fast, don't worry, I'm going to pause it. Okay, don't worry about it. And he doesn't really say anything, it's music, so I'm going to mute his music so it's not super loud for us. So this is him demonstrating this. It's a boomerang airplane. I kind of tried it out. It sort of works. You have to throw it outside and throw it up, and it sort of comes back. Some of the times, not all the times, but it is still cool. Like it did come back like maybe half the times. I think there's a technique to throwing it. I've not figured it out. Okay, sheet of paper, hold it like the landscape style, and then fold it like a taco.
Like this? This way?
Yes, fold it like a taco that way. Exactly.
Stop. A little.
What's that? What'd you say, Ivan?
I messed up a little.
Just unfold it and refold it. It doesn't need to be perfect.
It's just
If you
1 millimeter.
It's okay.
Oh, that's fine. It does not need to be perfect.
Oh, okay.
If you're done, hold your paper up so I know.
It's a rectangle.
Yes, it is a rectangle. Guy and
I
Jasper,
know.
are you doing it? Are you guys out of paper?
Can you tell
Ready?
her to stop?
Okay, let's go. Next step, let's see. So we folded it.
Make it flat.
We did that step.
Make it extra flat.
And then we're going to open our fold. And fold it down so it has a triangle top, okay? Does everybody understand?
Yes. It doesn't have
Okay.
a pointy top.
Oh, why did it restart the video? I'm sorry, guys. Just kind of restarted on
It
there.
doesn't have a pointy top. Well,
Then undo it and redo it. You can undo it and redo it. It does not have to be perfect the very first time. You're allowed to go back and try again. Go ahead.
Is this the second step?
thank God I got full like 500
Yes.
tables.
So right now you should have, like you had, the first step was, I'm gonna push my computer back so you guys can see better. Don't drop that. Don't drop that. Move that away. Okay.
Just keep swimming.
Okay, so you've got your paper folded like a taco.
All
And then
right.
I opened it and
Then you
pointed the triangle into the center.
Is this good?
Well, your sister's next to you. Can she check it for you?
Sister, is this good?
Does this look about right?
Yeah, that looks right.
Did
That
this
looks
one
right.
come out good?
Not the best at making a paper airplane. Yes,
Yeah.
you do it.
If you're ready, let me know. And Ivan and Sophia, if you have your mom nearby, she can also help you guys out if you feel like you need a little bit of help understanding.
Yeehaw.
Okay.
I know for her full name and her credit card number.
That's not appropriate right now.
Okay.
What's next?
Hang on.
Yeehaw.
Okay. Okay. Sophia, do you have it?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, let's keep playing. Okay, so we did that step. Let's catch up and see what he does next.
She folded them in triangles. Next, he did that.
Hold it. Just the tip. Oh, good job, Sophie.
Okay. I'm gonna pause it there. So we had made this. Now our job is to fold the pointy part down to the center.
Like
So I'm
this?
gonna do that real quick to catch up. So
Like,
this was the previous step, and then I took my pointy airplane top and I pointed it down a little bit. I know white paper is really hard to see, isn't it?
Okay.
Yes.
Mrs. Teacher, is this good?
Yeah, that's doing fine. That's doing fine. I think all of you have caught up. Akira, how are you doing?
just
You got it too? Okay, I think we're all caught up. Shall we move on? Okay. All right, this one.
Wait. What?
Hang on, and watch it for a second before you get confused. Just watch and then do later.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, what?
Okay, so let's go back. The previous step was we did this pointy part down, correct? I pointed this
Yes.
down. Next step, I take a little bit to the side and I fold this corner to the center. And then I fold this corner to the center. And I get this. So it becomes pointy again. And if
Oh,
you
I see
guys
how
need
I
help,
did it.
ask your parent. They
Oh,
should
I
be
get
nearby
it.
able to help you.
I
Okay?
get it.
Okay, you get it? Okay. Keep going.
Keep going.
The world around you, that's what it seems. So many things that I could see.
Okay. Ready? Shall we keep going? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brother's not
Okay. Who said they're not ready?
Brother is.
We're good.
Okay, you good? Okay.
Now I'm
Are
ready.
you watching girl soccer?
Okay, so let's watch the step real quick. Okay, so previous step was we made our pointy top. And so if you see here, we've got a little flap. We've got a flap here. So you see the bottom of the flap. That's where you fold. So now it looks like an envelope almost. If you make a mistake, it's okay to unfold it and do it over. It's okay if there's extra lines that you folded. It's okay. It happened to me too. I messed it up a few times when I did it the first time.
Yeah, I was just about to say it looks like an envelope.
Yeah.
So go ahead and fold it. So I'm going to refold mine because I messed up too. So it's okay. I've got an extra line. Yeah.
Ready.
Okay. Ready? Yes?
Wait,
Okay,
not
you
yet.
got
Not
it
yet.
too.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Sorry. Waiting.
All right, now I'm ready.
Okay, let's go.
Dang you. Sophie, no swearing.
Okay, we have the envelope. Now we're going to point our triangle back up above the envelope. Just decide where you want to end the point. Okay? So we made our envelope, and now we're going to take the triangle and flip it up so it sticks up above our envelope.
It's a crown.
Almost like a crown. Akira, can I see yours again? I can't see it properly. It's kind of the, yeah, you got it. Okay.
Baby, it's beautiful.
Okay. You guys good?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Avenger. Wonder, mate.
Okay. Yes, we're good. Okay, so Esteban, we have the envelope. You got your envelope, right?
Oh yeah, now I get it.
Yeah, you got the pointy triangle at the bottom and you point it up. So it sticks up above the envelope top.
Good.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's go. Next one.
Wait. Oh.
That's it. We're doing just
Okay,
half. Fold it in half.
we had our envelope with the point up, and then we folded it in half so that all our folding stuff is on the outside. Yeah? Yeah?
Wait,
I
I'm
think you
almost
guys have it.
Is this right?
Yep. Yep. Akira, I think you need to fold it the other way because you want all these extra folding parts on the outside, so flip it over. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think I can sort of see that now. Yep. Yep.
Look like a chain.
That's
Okay.
really good.
Okay,
Wait,
so
I'm
let's keep
almost
going.
done with
Yes?
it. I'm almost done.
Okay, we're gonna go.
Alright.
Pero ya se había comido en la mañana. Did you eat something in the roasted?
Poppy ate one.
Oh.
Okay, so this part, what he did was, here. We have our part here. We have the nose of our plane. You see how it comes to a corner right there?
Yeah.
So this is the point where we want to fold this paper down at this corner.
Is this right?
Oh,
I'm going to show you in a second, so hang tight.
I'm good at.
So we have the corner right here. And then I take this and I fold it down so it ends up at that corner. You see that?
Bájale poquito. Aló.
And then you do the same thing on the other side too.
Okay, now that's difficult.
You got this. It's okay if you need to try again. It's okay if there's extra creases. It's just paper.
I don't get it.
I'm going to show you again. Hang on.
Oh.
Who said, Wes, you said that you didn't get it? Okay, so you had this, right?
That's how to
The
make
nose,
a ball.
the folding of the nose is on the outside, yes? You see how there's this point right here where my finger is? You want to fold this so this point is there. Watch my fold. See, it's at my finger. You got it now?
Wait, what do you do?
So you do that on both sides.
Happy ball.
Yeah, Sophia, I see that you got it.
Do mine more. Is it good?
Yeah. Well, let's keep going. There's more steps to this. And don't worry, like I will also, this is in the slideshow that Miss Sarah can send out. So you guys can redo it whenever you want. If you want to make more than one, okay? Okay, I think, are we ready?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So we did that. Ah, no. Ah, no.
No.
Ah, it's fine. I'll catch up. Where were we? Okay,
We're not
we did
done yet.
that.
It's a boom. It's gonna become a boomerang.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so he's folding what we did, and then he's going to fold the other side, which we also did.
Así, like, no es como que no me hable.
Okay, we're
I think
almost
mine
done.
are two down.
No.
Oh, it's okay. And this is where you're gonna start needing to use the scissors soon. I don't know if all of you have scissors.
Guys, I have
So you should have that. It should look like a sort of like a fat square airplane.
Oh, you guys got
Yes.
that. Got it.
I did not.
I did
got it.
Why?
Okay, so now you've got your fat square airplane, yes? What he's saying is flip up the wings and hold it like this for a bit so we can cut, and then we'll fold it back down. That's what he's saying.
It's a little bent.
It's okay if it's bent. Flip up the wings and hold it like that, and he's going to show you how to cut it in a second.
You want me to do the cutting? Oh gosh.
God.
I think. Oh, geez. I don't know. Huh?
Oh my God.
I think this is
Hang tight.
we've got
Don't
this.
worry.
I don't know.
This is
Okay.
oh my God.
No, don't worry. You can do this.
How do we do this?
I think it's this. I think it's
Okay,
Oh,
so
got it. This is the back.
you had the fat airplane, right? The fat square airplane. You folded up the wings. And then, the pointy part is what's called the nose of the airplane. And then you can draw it first before you cut it. Can you see my drawing?
Like this.
I'll show you, bud. Hold on.
Done.
You see my drawing?
No.
You draw it like a tree trunk, like the tree roots on the bottom, the tree trunk,
Yes.
and then really fat line for
I need a
the
pencil.
leaves.
Oh, that's a different
I'm
school.
finished.
Can you see that?
Wait,
And
where
when you
can I
have your
see it?
drawing, you can cut it.
I can't
I
see it right.
finished.
You can't see it?
No.
Okay,
I did it.
I
Is this better?
finished.
I'll use a black pen. Hang on if you finished. Just wait, please. Wait patiently for the rest of us. Let me use a darker pen.
Down. A little steeper. There you go. And then you're going to cut a tiny little bit right here.
And you see this better now?
So here, buddy.
Yeah, wait.
Nose
let
of my
me-
airplane. So we had the fat airplane.
Here, you're going to cut
I
that.
And I
can't.
folded the wings up again.
All right, let me
I
draw
had the
that.
nose of the airplane at the top, and I drew this weird shape.
Yeah.
So like
So it's
that,
like-
so.
A rounded bottom, straight top, and out to the wing.
You got it.
If you draw it, then you cut it.
Yes. There you go.
Is this right?
Yes, you got it.
Who said that?
Me. Me.
Well, me doesn't help because I can say me too. Give me your name. Guy and Jasper, you said it? Jasper said it. Okay, well, ask your brother. He's right there. Is that right? Is it? We're almost done, folks.
I don't know how to draw that. That's hard.
No, you got this. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're gonna just try. And if we want to do it again, we can do it again. Like for me, I just cut it slightly wrong, but I'm not gonna stress out about it.
All right, let's try.
So it looks like a boot and a straight line and then straight out.
Boom.
I need better.
I kind of
scissors.
see that you guys have it. Yes,
This good?
I'm seeing that it's done.
Is this good,
Oh.
Mr. Mrs.
Yes,
T?
yeah, exactly.
Does this look good?
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next step. I see all of you have it. All right. Play. Okay, so there we go. Now he's saying fold your wings back down. Now that you've cut it, fold your wings back down. Now it looks like a different kind of airplane, huh? Now he's saying fold up the edge of the wing a little bit, just a little bit on both sides. So go ahead and fold up the edge of your wing a little bit on both sides. Yeah? Yeah, I see it. Fold it up a little bit. I see you. Akira's got it too. What about Guy and Jasper? You guys got it? Yeah, I think I see it. Hang on. Yeah, I see you got it. Okay. All right, let's see. After you folded up the wings on both sides, you see the tail? Fold up the edge of the tail a little bit on both sides. So same technique you did for the wing, you're gonna do the same technique to the tail. Fold it up a little bit. Yeah?
Does this look about right?
Oh, this needs to be okay.
And then throw it.
My neck.
It's supposed to come back. I tried it. It sort of does sometimes, not always, but it's still a fun plane. Let me try. Well, mine definitely landed on the floor. It didn't
It's
come
a
back.
boomerang.
It's supposed to be a boomerang plane.
Mine came back a little.
It did?
I'm
For
gonna.
the first time.
I think it needs some experimentation in a bigger space, like outside. So if it doesn't quite work in your room, don't worry. Try it outside tomorrow during the day when it's not raining. One more time. Okay, hold the nose of the plane when you throw it though. The nose, not the tail. Oh, mine landed up there. I have to go get it now. Whoops.
Thailand.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you for coming, folks. I hope you had fun. We'll meet next time, March 18th. Okay, I hope you had a great time. And I'll see you next month. And we'll talk about a different topic and do
It
something
came
else
back to
fun,
me
okay?
so many times. It came back to me so
Awesome.
many
Have fun with the
times.
airplanes. And if you want to watch the video again, Miss Sarah will probably send out this whole slideshow to you guys, okay?
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you for all the information.
You're welcome, Ivan. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.